My name is Nischal. I'm a graduate from the 2015 batch of Civil Engineering Department from NITK. I'm currently working as a project engineer in Synergy Property Development in Bangalore.
How you ended up in Synergy in the first place? So
basically very simple, nothing complex. At first there was a round called there was resume shortlisting round. It was around 40 people had applied for the job, and we had to send our resumes to the HR department. So we sent the resumes, and out of the 40 resumes, around 15 were shortlisted for the interview. Directly, the next round was the interview round. So after that, there was a single interview which had both aspects of a technical and HR together happening simultaneously. So after the interview was done, that's it. That's the whole process. And out of those 15 people who sat for the interview, 4 got selected for the job.
What all was asked in your interview and how you tackled all of it?
Okay, for the interview, it was very simple. It was at least that's how it was for me. It was very simple. First, they asked you what all modules you covered in your course. So they ask you what all you have studied. So then you give a brief about what all you have studied. You studied when it comes to civil engineering, you study concrete technology, whether you have studied soil mechanics, and so on. And then they ask you what are your favorite 2 of this. So then I told my example I'm giving you. It's concrete technology and CPM, construction management. So then they ask me questions based on that. Very simple questions. If it's in concrete technology, they ask me questions about why curing, what is initial setting time, final setting time. So very basic questions. And rather than your content, what I felt is that they were more focused on how you communicated, how you conveyed your answer. I think they wanted to see more of an interaction from your side rather than you just saying technical thing after technical thing, because I think that's what they wanted more. They wanted, and before itself, when they had mentioned the job profile and everything, they said that we are looking for, rather than a very technical person, we are looking for someone who can communicate and handle a vibrant work environment more. So I felt that during the interview, they were looking at that more rather than the technical answers. They weren't very specific about it. After that, then they asked me about my project and my internship, and this is very important because if you don't know any answer when it comes to something technical, it's fine. Okay, but you have to know something which you've already done, like be it internship or be it a project. You have to know. You can't say I don't know it, because that just shows that you're lazy and you're not paying attention. So they asked me questions about my internship, and then they asked me questions about my project, my major project that I was doing. And then so that's pretty much it. Nothing too bad, nothing too much. And then your HR questions were your basic, your strengths, your weaknesses, where you can improve, and so on. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you prepared for this process, or what is it that this company is looking for in a candidate?
Okay, so I'll first go with the preparation.
Yes.
What I basically did is we got the date of the interview pretty late. So we had like 2 days to prepare for the interview. So I realized that I spoke to some of my seniors, and they said that when it comes to any interview, you can't cram 3 years of studies into the last 2 days. So what I did is I just went to Google, which is everyone's best friend, and then I googled typical interview questions, be it HR or be it technical when it comes to civil, and there's a lot of material that you can read, that you can see online. There are a lot of objective type questions, a lot of past interview papers that you can see, like L&T's interview questions, and so from there you get a broad idea of what these guys will ask, and you'll see a lot of recurring questions, so you know that these are the questions that they're going to ask. And so there were a lot of questions. There's a lot of different aspects. I watched YouTube videos also on how to speak confidently, how to shift the interview towards your side. If you don't know something, shift it to something you know. So there's a lot of material online. Rather than obviously you can spend time looking at technical books also, but I would suggest spending the last couple of hours going online, going to YouTube, going to Google to get this kind of expert advice also from this situation. And what the company was looking for, when they had a brief talk before the interview, and they said that rather than a technical aspect, they were looking for communication, because when it comes to Synergy, this particular company, they do a lot of management. and most of it through they don't have a lot of resources in terms of like material or any that kind of stuff, or labor, material, concrete. They don't have that stuff. It's all about a couple of engineers managing a lot of resources. So for that, communication is very essential. So that's what they checked. They checked if you can speak properly, if you are assertive, if you can get what you want, and I think that is what they checked in the interview.
What is the number of offers that the company extended finally at the place where you're getting recruited?
So 15 people sat for the final interview, and the last after the interview, 4 people got selected for the job.
Are there any particular tips that you would give your friends that might be looking to join Synergy in the near future?
The typical thing that you hear from everyone is be confident, and if you don't know a particular answer, don't beat about the bush. That shows that you are trying to get lucky. If you don't know, if you obviously you have to try a little bit at first. If you don't absolutely know anything, it's okay to say that I don't know, because that's also a good quality of an engineer, to accept the fact that you don't know something and you're willing to learn it. So after the interview is done, or after the question is done, you can ask himself what is the answer to the question. It shows that you want to improve on your technical aspects. It's not like you're just doing it for the sake of the interview. So if you don't know something, you can ask him like, okay, so I don't know, can you please tell me what it is? So we can be that kind of a thing. And be cool, be cool, be confident. Confidence is very important, and try as much not to stammer, which comes when you're cool or when you're nervous. So if you're cool, I think you can do anything. It's very simple.